Okay, I'm Cody from Cody's K9 Training, and in this video we're going to be following along Wrigley's recovery through my behavior modification program. Wrigley is a rescue from a local shelter here, and or actually not a shelter, I think she got intercepted before she ended up at the shelter. And she's from Saudi Arabia, awesome owners, and I was called in to help build her confidence. She's really reactive at the front door, pretty bad puller, deathly afraid of traffic, super selective hearing, basic commands are ignored at will, and it's really hard to keep her in one spot. On top of that, she's super sensitive, she's really submissive, and she obviously has some things she's dealing with from the checker past she's had. As you can see in this little video here, her tail is really between her legs. I picked this video. This is my first time actually spending any time with Wrigley, and this is my first time putting a leash on her. So there I just introduced some leash pressure, let her know there's a treat at the end of it, not pushing her at all. God, I love this dog. She's such a good looking girl. And here I'm asking her to sit. I don't really want her to sit. I don't need her to sit. I'm just kind of using that moment as a thermometer for what position she's willing to go into, even though she's clearly anxious. Now I'm making contact with her for the first time, petting her. Such a sweet girl. I'm on the ground too at her level, and I don't make eye contact with her too much. I'm turning my head away quite a bit, show my neck, basic stuff. Lots of treats. That's how you win them over, girls. Tail wagging between her legs. Okay, here's a screenshot, picture I like. You can see she became pretty cool with me handling her. Now here you can see how afraid she is of traffic. This is my first time actually with her on a busy street, so I was told by their owners that she was afraid, and I didn't know she was this afraid. If we were walking, she would dart behind me through my legs, like really freak out. So I brought my dog in as a mentor. I'm gonna get them socialized together so that my dog can walk down the street with her and show her that it's all good. My dog is a cross between a Rottweiler, a Black Lab, and a Golden Retriever. She's just shy of a year old in this picture. And as you can see, they became fast friends. Okay, so now I'm running some basic obedience, introducing the place command, come, sit down, getting her to hold it. And the reason for this is because I'm going to be overlaying an e-collar at super low stimulation to basically add some stability. And I don't ever teach any behavior with an e-collar. In my opinion, that is wrong. And the reason why I'm going to be using an e-collar with this dog especially is because I can use an e-collar at a very low level that not even a human could really feel. And with this particular dog, even if you raise your voice at the dog, she completely shuts down. If you give like a leash correction, that's well below what's even I would even consider mild. She will shut down. And so basically the e-collar affords me the ability to use super low and super consistent stimulation to help reinforce some of the commands, so we can add some stability into her life and continue to build her confidence by introducing her to new environments and having her stay on track. As you can see, she's doing awesome. Love this dog. Love that tail. It's good to see you going. Actually, you can see my rabbit in the background too on the shelf. His name is Maury. He has a brother named Rick. Rick's not out. Rick's an asshole. So kind of works for me too that she's listening to the commands with very much an animal she wants to get to know, whether that's good or bad. We will find out.
Good job.
Training always starts off in a boring room. You build up. Here's Chase. Chase is actually Wrigley's owner's cousin's dog. And so I take this opportunity to run some basic obedience with Wrigley with the other 2 dogs in the room. And I do that just to prep her for overlaying the e-collar for more distraction training outside. Again, I want to give every dog I have every opportunity to learn the behavior before we start reinforcing it. Especially with a dog like this, you cannot be heavy-handed with, usually any sighthound, but especially one like this young dog here. If you go over a threshold at all, you'll lose her. You'll lose her for a couple hours, and it'll be difficult. So you got to really stay in the lines here and really approach it gently and give her all the opportunity to win. But you also have to hold her accountable for when she's blowing you off on purpose, because she is very mischievous. A submissive, sensitive, mischievous rescue from Saudi Arabia. And man, do I love this doggy. And shout out to Chase in the background. Puppy, day 2, sitting and holding that down. Good job. My puppy's on the right. Her name is B. And I love her. She's a good girl. Really helps me out a lot with these dogs. Use her as a mentor again. Okay, so now we're at the phase in our training where I've moved her outside, and I have her tethered to the railing, and I have her on the placemat there, and I've created a condition association that placemat is a safe place where all the treats and all the rewards come, and she knows that that's a place where good things happen. So I've already done some counter conditioning to the traffic a little bit, as it's a slow go, but she is a little bit counter conditioned to the traffic, and now basically I'm just exposing her and I'm overlaying the e-collar to reinforce some of the basic commands. And if you have a dog that's running commands in front of something that they're afraid of, it really honestly helps. Even if you just have them sitting or laying down. Also, I picked this time of day too because I was tracking a FedEx package, and I know that there's going to be a FedEx lady arriving while we are outside. And one thing that Wrigley has an issue with is whenever people come up to the house, she barks and goes crazy. Give her lots of touch and verbal praise. She responds really well to that, as well as treats, which really is handy. You can see her tail isn't tucked crazy between her legs, even though she was way more afraid of traffic than she was of me at the start. And you can see she's making a really great comeback. I'm so proud of this girl. She's so brave. Her working level on the e-collar is about a 4, which a human can't feel, but she can, and she responds really well to it. So here the FedEx lady comes. Normally Wrigley would be going crazy, so I get her lay down, and she handles it like a pro. That is my girl. Actually, it's not my girl. It's Dan and Melissa's girl. They're awesome. But this will be my, I don't know. Okay. This is my girl for the month. Okay, let's head inside. Perfect. Really happy with that. So now let's start getting around rabbits, because she has an issue with the cat at home. My rabbits are more afraid of humans than they are dogs. It's very bizarre. And the bottom left, you can see my new rescue that I actually adopted. He's awesome. Wrigley's in the top left. And we have the rabbits running around. We're just doing an extended downstay where they're supposed to leave all those things alone. Now, this is where it gets fun. We're using the e-collar to do some off-leash / long line work. And she gets to be a free dog out in life, which has never happened before. She's such a happy girl. There's another dog there. There's no real reaction to it. I just help her sit. Lots of praise. Good girl. So right now we're just doing recalls with low-level e-collar, helping her out. Then call her over. Yay! Good. Awesome doggy. Call her back. Nice. And she lays down. Here I pick up a ball and I throw it, and I give her a leave it. And she lays down like a good girl. Nice job. And I just let her go play. Here's another shot of Wrigley and my puppy B. I call them the party girls. They just love each other, don't want to leave each other alone. And I just like this big. I know you shouldn't let a dog jump up on you, but you know, go to hell. I love this dog. Okay, now I don't really get the opportunity to have someone film me while I'm walking, but my girlfriend, well actually my fiance now, woo! She said she would film me before she went to the gym. She only had a couple minutes, so I went out and decided to show you that Wrigley is now walking on a completely loose leash. We are much closer to traffic than she was ever even remotely comfortable with. You can see a big semi come by, and she's holding that position nicely. She drops her head because there's actually a piece of hot dog on the ground. So not only is she not fixated on her fear of cars, she kind of wants to get at that hot dog on the ground. A guy goes by, she ignores him. She goes back in your sick. We are like feet away from the road. For some reason, cars are really close to the sidewalk on this. I know that sounds weird, but they are much closer than usual. That cab there normally would definitely spook her away, big time. Keep in mind, she's used a dart between my legs and everything else. Completely loose leash. This was like literally impossible just a few weeks before. And Wrigley's making a great comeback through patience, positive reinforcement, and appropriate e-collar work for a very sensitive dog. Now, I don't suggest that anybody go pick up an e-collar and use it without talking to a professional, and I definitely wouldn't recommend even going to someone that calls himself a professional that uses this tool punitively or not at the lowest working number you can. At the lowest working number is arguably one of the most humane training tools, but just like anything, there are some pretty awful people out there. So talk to a professional that knows what they're doing, that does low stimulation e-collar work. And thank you guys so much for watching. Again, my name is Cody from Cody's Canine Training. I'm based out of Hamilton, Ontario. This has been my behavior modification on a rescue with fear, aggression, and it's how far I've been able to get her rehabilitated in just over a month. Board and train, that is. All right, thank you. Also, you can find me on Facebook under Cody's Canine Training. I have a YouTube channel too that I should probably keep up a little bit more under the same name, Cody's Canine Training. And you can find me on Instagram at Cody's_Canine_training. Okay, thanks guys. Bye.